Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from the Academy of Professional Image. I've been doing a little series of thoughts of the week, a little inspiration, little sharing, all that sort of stuff. And these thoughts, today's thought is find your magic and share it with the world. That is what I shall be chatting about today. So I think this is actually really important. When people ask me, how I've become a successful image consultant, part of it is I found my magic. I found what works for me. I found a way that works for me, and it works for me because it's sharing my gift. And we all have different gifts. And it's one of those things that if you do our 16 style types, get your style type report, in that you'll discover your gifts, your strengths, and what you're really good at. And if you are thinking about becoming an image consultant, or you are an image consultant, knowing what those gifts are can really help you then focus on how you want to express that to the world and how you can use your gifts in a way that really helps you become successful. Because it's very hard when we're working against our natural gifts, or not with our gifts, or not even appreciating that our gifts are there. So if your gift is organizing in a way that others are, like, that is your gift, and you could become the most amazing wardrobe person ever. If you think about Marie Kondo, that is her gift. She has a great gift at organization, and the world has embraced that. There's so many different gifts. There's, gifts of creativity, about how to be really resourceful and pull things together from what appears to be nothing there. There's just a million different gifts we all have. So I think one of the things that, I think about this is when your magic is your gift. So for me, because you might think, well, what's my gift? Or what do I see my gift at? My gift is an ability to see separate concepts and then find the patterns in them, put them together, and create strategies and answers and effective ways of helping other people understand more complex concepts in a simple way. And that is where my blog has become so successful. It's because that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing that gift of taking a concept and turning it into something that anybody could do, creating more simple advice. And that's why blogging has worked so well for me, is because it's using my innate gifts to do that. And that's what I love to do. It makes me happy. It energizes me, because one of the things you'll find is when you're using your innate gifts, you have lots of energy, you have enthusiasm, it's easy for you. If you're trying to do something that's not you, it's draining. And so just, we don't want to be like others because that's what we think we should be doing. What we want to do is work with our gifts, because that's what's easy, and that's how we're actually going to get successful, is by working with those gifts and understanding what those gifts are and how you can use those gifts. So we'll all use our gifts in different ways. This is where the magic is. And really, who are you to be, not sharing your magic with the world? Because that's going to make the world a better place when you share your little bit of magic. When I look around at all the people that I admire, what they're doing is they're sharing their gifts, their little bit of magic. And that's why we love them so much. It's because it's authentic, it works for them, and it's natural for them. It's totally authentic. We really love authenticity because we know when people are faking it. So if you're trying to fake being like something, being like somebody else, now you may admire that person. But if it's not you and who you are, it's going to be obvious to other people that you're faking it. And if you're faking it, then it's something that you can't maintain. But also too is other people pick up on signals when things aren't quite, gelling properly, when we're faking it, when it's not real or true to us. And so you just can't maintain it, and you won't be able to do it, and people won't appreciate it. You'll be doing a lot of work for little reward. And it's not like, we're all going to become overnight sensations, but at least when you're doing something that works with your gifts, that it's okay to keep working at it and working at it and working at it. And over time, your gift will shine through the world. And I think that's one of those things. It's something I've really learned, because I know, of course, when I started out as an image consultant, I would be trying really hard to, be like the people who mentored me and be like the people who trained me and be like other people that I admired in the industry. But of course, they weren't me. And it wasn't until I discovered who is me and how can I express that I really probably became a lot more successful. It's just being happy with who you are and working in a way that works for you. You don't have to be like other people. So it is one of those things that I think that it's important to find these things out. And so one of the things we've done in our 16 style types as well, you can find that at 16styletypes.com, is to find out what your gifts are. And in fact, with every 16 style types report, you'll actually get an extra document, a bonus document that's all about your gifts, your strengths, what you're great at, because you might not even realize so many people actually don't appreciate what their gift is. I didn't even know what my gift was until I understood my type, and it really helped me go, oh, that's why I'm good at doing this, and that's why it's worked. So, like kind of if you have a light, what we're doing is making it easy for you to find your gift. Because then when that light's shown off, often our gift is so innate, we don't realize it's a gift. It's easy for us. We don't even notice it's there. And anything that's really easy for us, we often assume that everybody else can do just as easily because it's easy for us. Versus when something's tricky, that's when it's really hard. And so we might see somebody else doing something that is easy for them, but it's hard for us. So that might be not our gift. If we kind of keep trying to do that thing because we see them doing it and they're successful doing that, it can feel like just too much hard work. But then we can also feel like we're failing, and that's kind of, demoralizing. It puts us off. And then we think, I can't do this whole image thing, or whatever it is that you want to do, where you want to use your magic, your gifts. Versus when you're working with your innate strengths, you're working in a way that's easy, so you can keep on going day after day after day. And that's one of those things. You don't build a business overnight. You build it one little step at a time, one day at a time, and working in it day in and day out. I certainly didn't, become successful by taking a whole lot of days off and just doing 2 hours of marketing a week. That wasn't how it happened. It didn't just happen. I didn't just put up a website and people flooded through my door. I had to work at it, and I have to keep on working at it. But what you'll discover is if you find a way that works for you, for me, I have no issue coming up to my beautiful office every day, sitting down, doing some work. I've got so many projects, so many ideas. I have a lot of ideas. That's another one of my gifts. I'm always thinking up new things, new ways I can do things. I'm thinking up how I can, create something new. I love doing product development. It's something that really excites me. I love, one of my other gifts is taking some ideas that have existed already and improving on them. I love making things better than what they were. I love seeing better ways of doing things. And so that is another one of my gifts. And so for me, it's really exciting to spend some time creating new, exciting products and tools that I can share with the world. And hopefully other people can appreciate them as well. And I know they do. I know people love my color system and that it's got, some unique and interesting names. There's my little dog Bo behind, and one of my things is when that was in creation, it was thinking outside of the box rather than going seasonal names or tonal names. I wanted something that captured the essence of the colors. And so it was kind of trying to find something that was a little bit different. It improved on existing systems, and it was because I found all the existing systems just didn't work for everybody. I had clients, I thought, I have to put them in a box rather than having, that didn't quite work, rather than having something that worked. So I kind of went back and I looked at the theory of color and how it all works. And then I looked at the existing systems and how those colors were placed out within the color parameters and color properties. And I learned, that what was missing. And then I filled the gaps, what I saw as the gaps. And then it was finding names, and it was going, let's find some interesting names. Let's call it something that's a little bit exciting, rather than just boring old names, like cool and deep or warm and muted or all those sorts of things. Let's call them something exciting. So we've got exotic and rich and spicy and dramatic and sophisticated. There's so many, fun, inspiring names. So, you know, I want to be intriguing or enigmatic or mysterious, you know, like there's lots of different things you can be in my color system. But it's much more exciting than just being cool or warm or spring or summer. And particularly if you don't live in a part of the world where, you know, winter is about ice and snow and summer is, you know, soft, muted days when it's a very different sort of climate and temperature. Those names and those colours actually don't mean anything. And that was another reason I moved away from that. So like for me, creating my colour system, improving on existing systems, that's something I love to do. It is one of my gifts. And, you know, creating training programs that I've, you know, done training and stuff. And I went, I can improve on this. There's more out there. I love to share everything I know in trading. I give so much information. I'm so content rich. And I know that everybody's not going to remember everything, you know, straight after doing their training course. It's impossible. There's too much information. But I know you'll go back and you'll go, ah, that's what she was talking about. And you can go back and study and revise and get more and watch all the videos again and watch all the webinars and all those sorts of things and keep on learning, because I'm a lifelong learner and I love learning, and I think that's another thing that is a gift that I have, that I appreciate lifelong learning, and I appreciate actually a challenge. I get bored if I don't have a challenge, something to occupy my mind. So kind of knowing where your magic is, what you love doing, what you're good at, and then play to those strengths. So much of school we're learning about how to improve what we're not great at, rather than actually what are we great at and how can we make that amazing. That's what I want to do, and that's what I love to help my graduates do too. I love to help them to play to their strengths and turn into the most amazing image consultant they can be based on who they are and what their gifts are. So I think that's my little thought of the day, is about finding your magic, which I think of as your gifts. It's what you're great at, and share it with the world. The world wants your gifts. The world needs your gifts. You know, we love to experience other people's gifts. It makes the world a better place all over. And I just love, you know, I'm kind of thinking about, well, where do I want to go from here? You know, I've achieved a lot over the years, but I'm not stopped yet. And so I'm always thinking about how can I create something new? What else can I do? What else can I create that will actually help others? Because my whole aim in life is to make other people feel good, to people feel more confident, to feel amazing in themselves, to give people strategies so that they too can get up and get dressed and feel good in their clothes. Clothes really affect us. There's so much research about the psychology of clothing and how it's so much more than skin deep. There's a whole field of study called enclothed cognition that's all about how, you know, clothes impact on our lives and our feelings and even our intelligence. There's all sorts of stuff. It's totally fascinating. And so I know that clothing is really important. It's more than skin deep. And so for me, being able to help other people feel good in themselves, feel good when they walk out the door, that they're going to have a great experience, or they're going to have a good experience. They're not going to feel bad about themselves because of what they're wearing, but they're actually going to feel like they're presenting their best self and their most authentic self as well. When you're expressing your most authentic self, that also makes you feel so much more confident in yourself, and you know, it allows you to go into the world and concentrate on what else is happening around you, rather than thinking about yourself and having to be inside yourself and kind of getting distressed about things that really you don't need to, about what you look like and how you're presenting. So how about you? I'd love you to tell me, what is your magic? What do you see your magic as? What are you great at? I'd love to know. Please leave me a comment. Let me know about it. And I'd love you to share with me how you are going to share your magic with the world.